Windows 10 is approaching end of support from today, and this is probably the best time for you to switch to a Linux operating system. In this video, I will walk you through why Windows 10 is becoming risky and how Linux can be a strong alternative after Microsoft pulls the plug on security updates. Most importantly, how you can safely get started with Linux even if you're currently a Windows user. So let's begin with the problem. On October 14, 2025, Microsoft will be officially stopping providing security updates, bug fixes, and support for Windows 10. After that date, any new vulnerabilities discovered in the system components won't be patched for Windows 10. That means over time, your PC becomes more and more exposed. Even if you have antivirus software, the core operating system will remain vulnerable. Microsoft is offering an extended security updates (ESU) program to extend security patches for a year or more in some regions, but this is not a permanent fix, and I can understand this approach for businesses as they can have tough time to migrate some legacy programs. But for home users such as yourself, you should really be keeping your devices up to date. You can always upgrade to Windows 11, but you need to check your hardware requirements, especially TPM 2.0, which is the Trusted Platform Module. This is a hardware-based security chip on computer's motherboard that creates a secure environment for storing cryptographic keys. Even though there is this option, over time Windows often accumulates bloat of background services and unnecessary bundled apps when upgraded, and that's why I and many others are recommending a transition to Linux at this point. So why Linux? Linux is open source and gives you full transparency and control. It tends to be more secure by design, privilege separation, fewer blind spots. It is efficient and less resource hungry than Windows, especially on older machines. It has a vibrant ecosystem of free software and community support. And long-term visibility. Linux is widely used in servers, cloud infrastructure, embedded systems. If you go apply for any roles within IT, knowing how to use Linux is a standout skill. So its ecosystem is strong. For beginners coming from Windows, some distros are more friendly like Kubuntu, Zorin OS, Ubuntu, and others offer familiar layouts or easy installers. Don't pick an obscure niche distro as your first one. Pick one with a good community and good documentation. Let me show you the paths you can take to get started. The first option is live USB, so boot and try without touching your Windows system. Second is a dual boot. Run both Windows and Linux side by side. Choose at startup which you want to boot into. And full replace, wipe Windows entirely. If you're feeling very risky and you just have had enough of Windows, this might be your path. The other option is creating a VM virtual machine inside Windows and run Linux virtually to experiment how you feel. As a safe route to try Linux, back up all your important files onto an external drive or cloud storage. Download a beginner distro such as Ubuntu or Kubuntu. Use a tool like Rufus or Balena Etcher to create a bootable USB. Boot from USB, choose try Linux mode, test hardware, the Wi-Fi and graphics. Then when comfortable, run the installer in install alongside mode, so dual boot. And after the installation, gradually move your work over, your documents, your apps to the Linux OS. And once you're really comfortable, you may remove or repurpose the Windows partition. Along the way, make use of community resources like the Distros forums, Reddit forums, and also GitHub Linux guides because there are so much free tutorials online. Windows 10 end of support means rising security risk if you stay on the operating system. Linux offers a viable, flexible, and more open alternative, though it has a learning curve. You don't have to jump in blind. You can test via a live USB or a virtual machine, dual boot, and migrate gradually. The other item is obviously choose a beginner friendly distro with strong community support to ease the transition because there are many distributions OS within the Linux environment. This was a quick video on how to get started with Linux as a beginner, and if you found this video useful in any way, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below which distribution you are planning to use. Have you ever wondered why Linux geeks are so introverted? Because they never get out of their shell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.